Every glove tells a story. What you're about to tell me. Have you ever looked down at your shoes and said, "Wow, I came such a long way. There's a story behind each step"? Me neither. But I'm about to do it with my boxing gloves. Just for you.
No, I don't put them on my feet.
I'm Bart, I'm a boxer. But most importantly, I'm a person just like you. I used to be lost, but I found my path, and I want to inspire you if you need it. Whether you are an athlete or someone who's simply looking for a hobby, today through something physical, aka gear.
I'm not talking about roids.
And just so it happens that I have a huge pile of gloves in my garage, or should I say garage to make it more fancy. My name is Bart, I still got no nickname, Killian. And I'm here to tell you about my boxing journey in a nutshell. Zero sugarcoating. Downs and ups. That was a deep wordplay. Having a hobby can make your life unique and teach you many valuable lessons. So sit down, make yourself comfortable, or don't, do whatever, and treat this like a podcast.
Even though the video is full of cool visuals.
I'm super excited to share it with you, so let's get into it. There are 2 bags full of boxing equipment that I'm about to unload, with the majority of it being gloves dedicated to amateur/Olympic boxing. I hate calling it amateur, because if you put real effort and time into something, it's just stupid to call it amateur. Never look down on your passion.
Even if it's collecting dead bugs.
This type of gloves are quite expensive. Quite dear. They have to be certified to participate in official fights. That's why you can see these imprints or stickers back in the day. It says IBA, which used to be the main boxing association. Well, not anymore. Next to it you can see 12 ounces or 10 ounces, depending on your weight and age class. Maybe you're unfamiliar with this type of gloves if you've never trained boxing before, or if you jumped into other combat sports like UFC. That's why I'm explaining these tiny details. And to all MMA fans, that was a jokey joke. I know the difference between MMA and UFC, BKFC and KFC. That's common knowledge, right? Comment down below if you want me to say something more about the 2 biggest associations. If you want me to say something more about the 2 biggest Olympic boxing associations, I can make a separate video or a YouTube short. So remember to subscribe and hit that bell. You can also leave a like if you want. You know what? You can even share it. Story time! I'm really happy that my family has always supported me, and that my father, who's also my coach, introduced me to this combat sport. Even though I never thought about becoming a boxer in terms of commitment, that changed in middle school. I was kinda bullied, so I wanted to prove my self-worth and also be ready to stand up for myself. I really got into boxing and I wanted to revive our local club, because there was no one participating in boxing tournaments for the last few years, maybe even a decade. It was tough, and it still makes me think about my first fight, and one brand of gloves that I had on my fists in the ring, Velo.
No, this logo doesn't belong to the cool visual sport.
I had never stepped into the ring before, and I had never sparred with an actively competing boxer at that time, so imagine the stress. I won that fight, but I was so weak back then. I didn't look good, my arms were extremely fragile, everything was off. It took me years to improve myself. Only my mindset was strong. I wanted to face my fears, basically. Along the way, my physicality started to kick in, but at the same time, a couple of mental barriers emerged from my life outside the boxing ring. So even if you skim through the gloves, not every pair in a row equals progress. But I didn't give up. I kept going no matter what. I tuned my body better through diet and better exercises. This year I also went down a weight class from light heavyweight to middleweight, and that became a new beginning. After years of work, in 2025, I finally became the champion of my region/department. My younger brother helped me a lot. He developed a higher boxing IQ and gave me better feedback on my style. Of course, we are each other's daily sparring partners, so we worked on these secret elements. I won that gold 1 year after him, and I feel so energized. 75 kilograms is the perfect weight for me. From a weak boy, I became the boxer I always wanted to be. My experience combined with improved punching power makes me wanna compete even more. In every fight, there's at least one punch that makes the opponent look at the ceiling. Last fight, TKO, and I used to be so fucking weak.
You fucking donut.
I'm hungry for more. I'm ready to fight anyone and anywhere. I just need more money for traveling. Support me if you want. Let's check out some individual pairs of gloves and see their condition. Some look decent, but inside it's quite snowy, foam flying everywhere. As you can see, I'm not throwing them around even though they are worn out. It's etched into my brain to respect my equipment. My dad fought in the late 80s and 90s, and there weren't many opportunities or much boxing gear in my home country back then. So owning a pair of gloves makes me extremely grateful. Look at that glove. I think it must have imploded on someone's chin. These were my gloves back in France in 2024, and yeah, I was stupid enough to hit a metal pole with these gloves. I mean, I was just tapping on my jab. I had so many heavy bags and I still decided to hit a metal pole with them, like regularly. I lived in southern France for a few months. I trained by myself in a French boxing club, but the only fight they found for me was in Spain. So after 3 months of basically hitting a heavy bag, I thought it was a good idea to fight straight away without prior sparring sessions. So I fought the champion of Spain. I didn't win that fight, but it was an amazing experience. I visited Barcelona not as a tourist. So many memories. This pad was used by a deceased co-trainer / assistant at my club. He made you beg for mercy during pad work. I always bring it up in our local community because I want to keep his name alive. By the way, these gloves look like they belong in the Sahara Desert or ancient Egypt. These yellow gloves are 16 ounces. I use them to condition my arms, so when I switch to 12 ounces in the ring, my hands feel lighter. I think that's a common practice, by the way. And we've got some newer gloves too, like these red ones. I received them this year as a reward for being the best boxer of the tournament. You'll be a happier person if, just like me, you can appreciate your souvenirs and see them not only as a physical relic of the past, but as a reminder of the people you met, the struggles that toughened you up, and all the other cool adventures along the way. If you still don't know where to start with your hobby, follow me for more tips. New videos like this one will drop every weekend. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell.